am going back to my guest, Jerry Springer. Jerry, are you still with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Thank you very much. Well, you do hear the cheers. We were just talking about unity, loud cheers for Senator Sanders. Have you ever seen anything like this on any of the talk shows where you have people just in a hot contention? Does this match that experience?
Yeah, it's kind of the same, except on our show, I've never had a guest on my show that ought to run for president of the United States.
All right, that's a fair point.
Yeah, and so, I don't compare the two. But I think what you're seeing at the Democratic Convention is kind of normal. I was at the conventions back in, 1968, the convention of 1980. I remember when Ted Kennedy's supporters were there, and Jimmy Carter won the nomination, but there were a lot of Kennedy supporters protesting. In 68, you had the McCarthy and Kennedy delegates that were upset that Humphrey had won. So this is kind of traditional, but I'm saying come November, we're down to 2 people. And the American people are going to have to decide, and I really think this is going to end up being a referendum on Donald Trump. Normally, presidential elections are a referendum of the current administration. This is the first time people will be voting on Trump, for or against. Do you believe he ought to be the next president of the United States, the leader of the free world? And my guess is that most people will say no. Certainly most Republicans and conservatives will say they want to have Trump. But I think most Americans will say no. You'll have me back the day after the election and say, if I'm wrong, and say, see, you were wrong. But I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I think most Americans want someone more prepared for the presidency than Donald Trump.
And we know as mayor of Cincinnati, you are in a huge key swing states of Ohio. Jerry Springer, I thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.